The design really originated from the concept of wanting to create a space that was very handsome and graphic at the same time, maybe something as a more of a moody retreat from the more colorful house that is everywhere else. Hi, my name is Benjamin Johnston of Benjamin Johnston Design, and I was invited to design the primary bedroom of the Floral Showhouse. I think that one of my favorite elements in the space is the 8-poster bed that I designed for Curated furniture. It is, I think, a neat piece because it kind of blends some of my neoclassical design inspirations with more mid-century ones. And I love the fact that it is, as I understand it, the world's first 8-poster bed. And I just think it's a really beautiful piece. The 8 posts come from the double columns that you see both at the front of the piece and the back of the piece. And the double column is really my ode to Andre Palladio, who developed the Palladian column, or what is known as the Palladian column today. And I just love that little neoclassical reference in this kind of fresh contemporary piece. You know, for me, I love spaces that feel very intentional, and I wanted to create, instead of perhaps a gallery wall that's looser, I wanted to create one that's very ordered. And one of my favorite photographers is Rodney Smith, and the collection of photographs that you have in that space are by Rodney Smith. And I just love the kind of dreamlike quality that I felt those illustrations really bring to the room, and I love the fact that it is a kind of a perfect complement to a bedroom space. I find a lot of comfort in order, and I wanted to create a gallery wall that felt very structured. So we actually set those photographs into a paneled design that we created through ribbon that is kind of masking off and creating these neoclassical inspired boxes. And I love setting the photographs into that to create just a very orderly arrangement. Most of my clients are attracted to very handsome, tailored spaces. And so I find that, you know, I have obviously a lot of different types of clients, but they're always looking for, again, a lovely retreat from the rest of the home. I was delighted to showcase my collection with Curated furniture, as well as my fabric collection with S. Harris, which is a part of the Fabricut family of brands. And they were both sponsors for the show house, and I wanted to show those collections come together in my primary bedroom space. One of my favorite pieces in the room is also the Marco daybed, which sits right at the foot of the bed. It's just a really handsome piece that we did in a sumptuous leather from Fabricut, and I just love how that kind of, again, anchors the room and creates a nice space at the foot of the bed. And I really imagine that it may be just the perfect spot for your dog at the foot of the bed. The wallpaper is from Stroheim, and I love this kind of metallic grass cloth. It provides, again, a sense of this dry texture, but then there's also a luxurious shimmering quality to it as well. And then we contrasted it with the beautiful grosgrain that we glued in a panel design on top of it, and I just love the way it came out. My collaboration with both Curated and S. Harris were really seeking to create products that I wished to see in the marketplace. And in many cases, I worked really, really hard to make sure that the pieces were unique and fresh and were not reductive of other concepts that I had seen. So for me, it was really fun to, again, bring my architectural training to the process of furniture design and to express myself in that way. You know, it's interesting for me because with the challenge of designing a show house with Flower Magazine and a show house space is I wanted to challenge the notion of what might be expected. And I love natural textures, but I thought it would be really nice to just bring those in through the natural florals that are brought into the room. And I love that juxtaposition between perhaps this kind of more staid, you know, backdrop that did not have any floral references, and then bring the life into the space with the florals themselves. I was really fortunate to have a beautiful bedroom space that has a very large picture window into the backyard. And I love the fact that it was a visual extension of my room, and as a picture window, it just brought in all of this nature. In addition to that, having that much natural light in the space allowed me to be a little bit darker and moodier in my space because of that balance. My favorite thing about a show house is really the collegiality and the camaraderie that comes out of it. And I so enjoyed getting to meet the other designers that are part of the show house and getting to see their unique vision for their spaces as well.